Best teams to use in the Doom Raid, we're going to get right after it, starting off with the bio section. First team, undisputed favorite, is going to be the Rebirth team. This now, in my mind, is the team you should be going for if you are new to the game, if you're new at getting into Doom, if you're new at getting into Ultimates, because the majority of this team is now farmable by the free-to-play community. 2 weeks ago, that was not the case. But now, you have the overwhelming majority of the characters at your disposal. The Winter Soldier and Captain America are both farmable on nodes. US Agent is farmable in the Raid store. Captain Carter, not at this time, but at the end of the month, will be coming to the Cosmic Crucible store. That's going to give you 4 out of the 5 members guaranteed. Agent Venom will show up in the Arena Orb. He will not be directly farmable. He is the damage dealer for the character. Man, he packs a punch, but you have 4 of the 5. So I would then encourage you to go ahead and start building this team. They're very good. We can find a replacement for US Agent as we continue through the video. Also, 2 characters eventually will cycle out of the Arena Orb and then go into the mainstream Arena store. So again, the whole team will be completely farmable in the not too distant future. If you need to replace US Agent, what we did before when we were going through the Doom Raids is we used a Gamma member, perhaps the Red Hulk. Again, he's not the most free-to-play friendly of the group. He is a legendary, but if you have him, you can swap him in there as well. You have the Incredible Hulk. You'll get him in the achievement section just from playing the game, doing your achievements. The Abomination is available in the Cosmic Crucible store. Brawn and She-Hulk are both available in the Blitz store. So most of these characters are farmable. You could again build most of the team if this is what you had, mix and match them with the Rebirth members that you have and come up with a good raid team. If one of the members falls, right, instead of refreshing the character, you could just plug another one in and keep going. 2 weeks ago, I would have highly stressed that you build the Web Warriors. But as we see, the accessibility of Rebirth is increasing. The stock of the Web Warriors is indeed dropping. But if you can't get your hands on anything else, they are a good third option, in my opinion. I think they've fallen from that #1 spot on the bio side down to #3 simply because Rebirth is available. Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles are both available in the Blitz store. Miles is also on a node. Yes, we changed up our symbols here to try to keep it a little simpler. We have Ghost Spider and Spider-Punk that are both available in the Arena. Punk also is available on a node. Scarlet Spider available on a node as well as in the Arena store. The whole team then is completely free to play farmable, but I would caution you now against building this and push you towards the Rebirth team. Again, if you cannot get complete versions of any of these teams, just some characters that you can maybe use to plug and play and get things done. Nova, Kazo, and Korg, they're all bio and the members of the newest Nowhere team. So if you have a couple of them just from current events, maybe they're good options to plug in as well. Moonstone and Titania from the Masters of Evil, both bio characters. They both give good control. They both give really good control, so that can help you again keep up with the node, keep enemies under control, help you to take care of business. And then at the bottom we got the A-Force. They all had a little bit of tweak in stats. I'm not saying that they're going to be the best team to use in a raid. Photon will be unlocking her shortly. She'll have some of the strongest stats in the game simply because she's a newer character. So again, as individuals, I wouldn't say you build one of these for a team, but if you need to just plug people in, right? So you have 3 out of 4 members of that Rebirth team and you got 2 empty spots. So instead again of refreshing, using your cores and stuff to revive characters, just go ahead and start plugging next man up, right? You just plug the next person in and you're just trying to punch through the 3 nodes that you're assigned. If you're really desperate, trying to scrape through the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, you can use some of these members. They're not going to be outstanding, but they'll help at least fill a hole while hopefully the rest of your squad can carry you through. You have Miss Marvel, Squirrel Girl. They're both on the Young Avengers team. They can work together. You have a tank. You have healing. Squirrel Girl is proven to be good. Her cooldowns are high. Sometimes that can be tough in raids, but she's good. She can help get you through, keep your characters topped up. Phyla Vell, excellent control, hits hard. She'll do well. She's a good plug and play character, but none of these by themselves will carry you to victory. Now, next up is the skill section, and the newest team that's going to be shining bright for us there is the Invaders. So none of those really are farmable at present. They do well, they hit hard. We've seen video footage of them already on the channel. Nick Fury is a legendary. You might be able to get him. They seem to be in different ways in the early game and the entry game, giving people what they need to unlock a Nick Fury. So him by himself, he's a great character. He's a really good character. He'll help you do a lot of work in raids in general, especially in the skill section as you get into Doom. The skill team that we used before the Invaders came out was the Secret Avengers. We'd also have Kestrel and Nick Fury on that team. And if for some reason you didn't have him, or to mix and match, you could use Shang-Chi as well. There's a lot of other characters that plug into this. We'll get to them in a minute. But notice the farmability pretty much is here for this team. Sharon Carter, she's on a node. Cap Sam on a node. Maria Hill on a node. Shang-Chi is also on a node. They're all farmable and available for you to take advantage of. So if you can't get the Invaders, you can start building a team for that section. Pretty much free to play. Kestrel, she's not a legendary, but is a unique and original game character. She's kind of difficult to get a hold of. She'll be popping up in the milestone orbs, so you should be able to get her. You just don't have control over one. She should be popping up relatively easy for you in the game. You just don't have control over when. Sharon Carter is also available in the Raid store, Maria Hill in the War store, and Shang-Chi is available in the Blitz store. Other characters you could use to maybe fill some of those gaps, the Wakandans. The Wakandans were actually a raid team in the beginning, so they may have a little bit of raid synergy that you can use. Gamora, we used her a lot on that Secret Avengers team as an extra member. Taskmaster does well. We didn't put Baron Zemo on here. I forgot about him, but he is also an individual you could put. These are just be that fifth member, right? That you need one more spot. Some of these individuals can do that for you. And then when Black Cat comes out, so Black Cat is a skilled character. She should have good stats. She should have some of the highest stats in the game. So if you're able to get her, right? I'm not saying you go after her for this purpose, but if you're trying to get into Doom and you're just trying to build some good teams to get through those nodes, Black Cat seems, at least from my perspective here from the outside looking in, as a good pick. Next up is the tech section, and the only tech raid team that exists is the Bionic Avengers, and they have the first pick. They're the first round pick for the tech section. All of them are now free to play farmable, right? So you have Viv Vision, she's on a node. Hulkbuster is in the Crucible store. Iron Man is a legendary, but they've made him a right? He's always available. He's a continuously available legendary. The requirements to get him are very low, so you can get him unlocked as well, or you could just slate him for replacement. Deathlock is going to be in the Arena store. So as we saw before, when US Agent comes in and takes that spot in the orb, Deathlock then will come out of the orb and just be a regular purchasable character in the Arena store. So the entire team is free to play farmable. And there again is Vision, who's on a node. Now, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this team, and I will argue, and we can go against anybody. You can put me up against anybody. I will argue that this team, you should invest in this team. If you're in the Doom raid, you should definitely invest in this team. Okay? In the incursion raids at the end game, they're definitely losing their value. But go ahead and watch video footage of people doing that raid. They're still using many of these members. They might be subbing out a character or two, but they're still using 2 to 3 of these members as the core for the team. So you will still need them. If you're in the Doom raid, there is no reason why you should not be investing in them. They're the team. Also want to highlight that Kestrel is available to be used here. So maybe again, you sub somebody out, maybe Iron Man, and you put in Kestrel. She's one of the few characters in the game that has the dual tags. So she can be used in the skill section and here in the tech section as well. So great pick. If she's available to you, get her, power up. Other good characters that might come into play, obviously Kang the Conqueror. I shouldn't say might. If you got Kang, definitely put him in. Definitely put him in. Pop Iron Man out. Put Kang in. He's dope. He's a good character. They'll crush it. Ultron. We used him in the past. He got a little bit of a stat bump. He can be used. Works well on tech teams. He'll get the defense up from Vision, and he'll be able to hand out buffs to the rest of the team. So he does okay. He does good. Shuri, she has defense up and can heal, so that always comes in handy. Lady Deathstrike, she has control, and she can give out bleeds, right? She can reduce turn meter and give out bleeds. Again, she's not going to run a team for you, but if you're in a pinch and you just need somebody else, one more, a fifth character to get through, maybe Lady Deathstrike can fill that role. Characters I do not really have available yet. We have Dr. Doom in the middle there. Now, again, he's a dual tag character. If you were to have him, it's great because you can use him in the Mystic section and in the Tech section. One of the few characters in the game that have that. Big Time Spider-Man. He's new. He should have really good stats, right? So I don't know. I don't have any evidence, but he's new. He should have really good stats. He should be a member you could swap in. Again, maybe for Iron Man or something like that, and do well in the raids. Dr. Octopus can do good. We've used him in the past, as well as Minerva. So Doc Ock and Minerva, well, I should say especially Minerva, I'm not sure. Like, her cooldowns are really high. She is a dated character. She's older. I would not prioritize her, but we're saying if you have a fifth spot available, you're not really ready to go. Your alliance is like, hey man, we're going. She might be someone you can use just to help you get the job done. The last nodes available would be the Mystic nodes, and the Bifrost team by far are the best Mystic team in the game. I didn't think I'd say this. I didn't think that they'd be better than the team with the Eternals on it, but Bifrost is amazing. They're new, so they're not really farmable, with the exception of Loki. You can't really run the team with only one character, and if you don't have the team at all, then do not pursue Loki. Does that make sense? If you don't have the team at all, then there's no point in pursuing Loki. He's not the kind of person that you would plug into another raid team to assist. You might have him for arena, so you might already have him because you needed a member in the arena, and he helps speed manipulation with other mystics. But if none of that is true for you, then I wouldn't say go after Loki. The old school Mystic raid team that we used was the New Warriors, Dagger, Cloak, Deathpool, Cersei, and Icarus as members of the Eternals. So it's the New Warriors and the Eternals. This is the team we use, and yes, they hit hard, they heal, they can get it done, no doubt. You have Dagger, she's available on a node and in the arena. Cloak is available on a node and in the raid store. Deathpool is an original character, not truly a legendary, but she's only available in that milestone orb. She'll pop up for you at some point, right? You'll keep getting those milestone orbs just from playing the game, so you'll get her at some point, but you have no control over that. However, you can farm Cersei on a node and Icarus in the raid store. Those two are excellent characters. All the characters you see here are excellent characters, and to help you in other parts in the game, they're definitely worth consideration if the Bifrost team is not available. Some nice plug and play characters. I didn't mention the Darkhold team. I don't do wizards, so I don't have any Darkhold. So other plug and play characters that you can use, obviously Spider Weaver. Spider Weaver is going to do good. She's going to help in the raids, right? She does her moves and you can't touch her. So being able to avoid 5 attacks, 3 attacks at a time is always going to be beneficial. She hits hard, has a stun, good character all around. Silver Surfer does well, right? He's not awesome. I wouldn't say prioritize him. He's somebody you can use. Mr. Negative, you get him for free from playing the game through the web store daily. They give him shards of him to you every day. So he's just another character that you might have. I'm not saying he's awesome, but he's someone you might have you'll be getting him at high stars that you can plug in, and he's not bad. He has a lot of control. He has turn meter manipulation with his minions that he summons. So he does okay, right? So if you have some of those other members and you just need a new person to plug in, Weaver would be the number 1 pick. And then the others are just kind of, I need somebody. Again, the team is going. They're saying, hey, we're starting Doom. You're not really ready. You just need another person. One of those individuals might be an option. As we said before, Dr. Doom has dual tags. He has Tech and Mystic. So he's proven to be good. So if you have Doom, he's proven to be good in the Mystic section. He's proven to be a good character, period, if you got him available. Quicksilver, I don't know. This is just speculation. He's a newer character. He's very strong. I can't even get shards of him yet in Crucible. We just got knocked back down, so now I'm way far away from getting any more Quicksilver shards. But I'm just making an assumption that a newer character like him, plug and play, he's designed for that, right? He's not on the team. He's designed for plug and play. But if you have a foundational team of 4 already and you add Quicksilver to that, the assumption is it can just get better. Last team on our list is the Mutant teams. So Death Seed. Death Seed far and away is the best Mutant raid team in the game. And they're becoming more available. They're becoming more accessible. They're not necessarily so far out of reach. You have Magneto. He is a legendary character, but you just need like Brotherhood and X-Men members. There's tons of X-Men members in the game that you are probably powering up for various reasons anyway. There's ones that you're getting a ton of them for free, like Wolverine. I'm not saying invest in Wolverine, but just the fact that he's getting the stars, right? Because that's the prohibition for getting Magneto. X amount of X-Men characters with X amount of stars. So you don't have to power him up just by the fact that he's getting the stars. That's a character that can get you in, and you can use some of the stronger teams or stronger characters to go ahead and get your Magneto. Psylocke, she's available on a node. Nemesis is available in the Cosmic Crucible store. Dark Beast is on a node. The one that'll be difficult to get a hold of, at least at this time, is Archangel. He's a legendary horseman. You don't really have control over when those events pop up. So those 4 by themselves can do a lot of work. Archangel brings a ton of damage and a little bit of control and healing as well. So you can probably still get through without him, but you're just going to need, again, to invest in a reasonable character. He can't be a scrub character. He's going to be a reasonable character to help you get through. One of the Unlimited X-Men could perhaps fill that role. So you have Rogue. She is a legendary character. She is a horseman character, but because of the release cadence, maybe it is possible that you have Rogue available in the unlocks, but do not have Archangel. If that is the case, definitely 100% plug her into that spot. She will help. She will help you do wonders. I believe that team can get through the 3 nodes, no problem, with Rogue on that team. Next is Gambit. He's in the Cosmic Crucible store. He's a great character. He also can fill that role. I haven't seen how that team would work, but he's a good character. He has control. He hits hard. The other 4 members can do most of the heavy lifting. Gambit can offer control, and I believe he would be a good 5th to plug into that situation. You have Phantom X, who's available on the node. You have Sunfire, who's available in the Blitz store, and Dazzler, who is also available on a node. Just for clarification, I don't think those other 3 characters could really be what you need to get it done. But if you're short and you need one more member, you can plug one of those persons in. The Astonishing X-Men were the original Mutant raid team, and the majority of them are accessible. Iceman, Bishop, Beast, Kitty Pryde, all available on nodes. If you can only pick one of those individuals, like I said, you don't have Archangel, and you can only pick one of those individuals. The Beast gives that excellent healing. He's probably the route that I would take. He'll keep everybody topped up and healed, and allow the rest of the Death Seed team to keep going. Jubilee is a legendary character, and she's I can't remember what they called it, like an ultra legendary. So there's a lot of work that you would have to do to get her powered up. So I don't recommend her. As you can see, I don't have her. She'd be good. The team will work, right? This team of 5 will definitely work. It was made for that purpose, so it will work. I just think that Jubilee as a whole is hard to get a hold of. Beast is available in the Cosmic Crucible store, and Kitty Pryde is also available in the Raid store. As another 5th member, Firestar perhaps could fill that role. She's a newer character. Her stats are high. She does hit really hard. So she might actually be the pick, and she leaves bleeds and whatnot, can give trauma. She might be the pick. Actually, I don't know if she gives trauma outside of Crucible, but she definitely does the bleeds. In the past, we have used Mr. Sinister to clone opposing characters, right? That always helps, be able to clone opposing characters. Phoenix down there. I cut her name off, man. So Phoenix is down there. We used her a lot as well. Again, she has a health steal. Always good. Health steals are always good. And replenish that to your team. However, that's when she's the Dark Phoenix. So when you do that, her character will be knocked out and you would have to revive her for each node. Emma Frost gives you great control. She can remove negative effects. She can slow the enemy team down. So again, these are characters that we've used in the past if you need a fifth to plug and play. Obviously, we got some of the stronger mutants here like Apocalypse, right? But if you got Apocalypse, you're probably not in the Doom Raid. If so, I would definitely like to see some footage of how that looks. Omega Red, you may have him. He's a good plug and play. You can put him in. He's strong. Obviously, as you know, he's a strong character. He does well. He keeps his own health up, does a lot of negative effects on the enemy, so he does good. And we're going to make the assumption that Miss Marvel Hardlight can be used. She's a mutant. She's a new character. She's not out yet. She'll have the higher stats. So we're just going to make assumption that you could plug her in as a fifth and do well with her also. So those are my picks. I'm wondering if you guys feel any differently. Have you seen anything different? Have you seen results that I have not? Looking forward to hearing your comments. In the meantime, take care of yourself, take care of your family. Make sure you're eating them vegetables, man. Peace.